Hi everyone, I am Presly Moremi, and I'm excited to be part of this amazing session. So I'll tell you a bit more about myself a bit later.
And last but not least, Moremi, what do you have prepared for us today?
Sure, thanks. So I'll just be applying a plaster on the wall. A lot of the foundation and the bricklaying would have been already built in by the rest of the team. So I'll also be doing the practicality side, doing some live demonstration on how do you conduct that interview, also looking at the practicality of how do you ensure that your CV is relevant, and also just doing a bit of motivation for the guys to say it doesn't matter how much you're failing. What is important is that you wake up every day, you pull yourself up, you shake off the dust, and you continue being the great person that you've been meant to be. Sure.
I think maybe just going back when you applied for your first job, what is it that you would have done differently?
I think I got my first job based on the application. But I think one thing that I could have done better was to prepare more, right? And actually, that's one of the things that I emphasize on the session, to say you need to understand the company that you're applying for, right? You know, some of the questions that they ask you is, why are you applying on our company? Why our company? So if you can't get the answer to that question, then you might be creating an impression that you don't really care about the question, right? And also, companies tend to ask that question to see if you're a cultural fit. That's something that would have been great for me to know. But fortunately, I still passed my interview. I guess I was liked, but I do think perhaps it could have gotten even better had I known that information.
Thank you very much for that. I think that is great advice. A common question that is asked in interviews is, tell us about yourself. So, Presly, can you please maybe just assist someone who's preparing for an interview on how best you think they can answer that question?
Sure. That's a very, very, very common question that you'll be asked, right? What's important is the purpose of the interview is to get to know you a bit more, right? So the fact that you've been called in an interview means somebody has already looked at your CV, they liked it, so they want to get a bit more about you. And typically what they're looking at is, besides verifying the technical aspects that you've already outlined, they also want to understand your cultural fit, the type of person that you are, and so forth, right? So whenever they're asking you about, telling you about who you are, you just need to focus on your personality, right? So get to those points that define you, right? Those points that are going to show them that you are a person before an employee or potential employee in this case. So simple things like where you are coming from, your family, your siblings, and depending on the type of company that you're applying for as well, you might also maybe touch on your religious beliefs and all that. But what is important is personalize it, show them that you are a human being before a corporate person. So in fact, one last thing that you need to look at is your hobby, right? If it's a corporate company where people believe in golf and you already enjoy golf, why not say it? You like playing golf. If you love music, why not say it? You love music. So always identify those critical areas that make you who you are over and above work that might be of interest for somebody to know. And you never know. It might actually be something that also already creates potential long-term working relationship with your employer. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for that. And I think maybe just to close off our session, because the people in front of me have been part of our organization, we're just going to have a quick quiz to see how well they know the organization, right? So, the first question I have is, when was Thinkbig39 started?
So the idea was around 2011, and in terms of the different branches, we've had various branches. So I can say 2011, 2012, we had the branch in Palabora. Around 2012, 2013, we had a branch in Tembisa. Around 2013, 2014, we had a branch in the University of Pretoria, being a society. Around, now I'm going to call different years. Right thereafter, we also had your University of Johannesburg, UL, and almost finalized the University of Northwest, but it's still in.
Maybe one thing that we didn't address is how do you become part of the Thinkbig39 family? So
right, it's very simple. So you go to the website, Thinkbig39, or www.thinkbig39.co.za. You first read a bit about who we are, where we are, and all that, and then you will see a button that says join. It's a very critical button. You click on that button, it's going to be our form. You complete it, it's going to provide us with the details and so forth. But what is important is the members of the organization have to have, at a minimum, grade 12, and they should be currently studying in any institution of higher learning. It can be college, it can be a University of Technology, it can be a university. Or if you're already graduated, you are still welcome. And the rest will engage with you as soon as you've applied. We've got lots and lots of fun stuff that we do for our members who are called ambassadors. Ambassadors, very, very, very key word, ambassador, meaning that you're representing what we are wherever you are going.